T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
That is right, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. This is Women's Wrestling Talk, and you are here with us now on Dishing Indies on our new time. So we are trying something different. That Saturday early morning with the coffee was not working, so we're going to try on these Tuesday evenings here. I'm so glad to have my beautiful co-hosts here today, Emily and Katrina. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? What's going on?
I'm good. It was a big weekend.
Yeah, it was. Katrina?
I'm okay. My allergies was getting to me a little earlier. It was a bit much, but I feel a little better, and I am glad to be here.
I am glad to have y'all as always.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I know I look very tired. I am, but I am doing okay. Thank you for asking. Y'all are so sweet. So there has been a lot of indie wrestling since the last time that we were on. We're not going to be able to cover everything, but we are going to be able to cover a lot. I am excited. Emily's going to give us a whole Mission Pro rundown. It was great. One of my favorite clips that I've seen on Instagram is her and Alejandro, because that is the love of my life. I love that lady. We'll get into that in a second. But we have some good stuff for y'all here today. So I am excited, and I hope that y'all are excited. And we are actually going to kick this off with Emily. Emily's going to give us what happened in OKC this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you take it away, friend.
Yeah, so we had an exciting trip to Oklahoma City PopCon. It's been planned for a while now, and so we were super excited to not only bring in Oklahoma local talent, but also talent from all over, and some Mission Pro regulars, but then also some Mission Pro or some wrestlers that you don't really get to see that often as part of a Mission Pro show. So it was a really wonderful weekend. So I'm gonna skip the men's match because we're not here to talk about that. But we had a very, very fun, diverse card. So Skylar Slice versus Luna Nightshade was the second match of the PopCon. And have you guys been to like a PopCon or like a Comic-Con or anything like that? So it is so much fun. We had wrestling superstars there, some WWE legends. There were various other wrestling shows happening, but we were the main show there. So it was really, really cool to kind of have so many people dressed up in fun costumes, and some of our wrestlers had a little liberty with that. So I don't know if you saw that. So we'll talk about it. So Skylar Slice is from Oklahoma. She's a great person to work with, and so they had an incredible match on Saturday. And then we also had, I don't know, are you guys familiar? We had Nova Phoenix versus Phoebe. And I know Phoebe is on our list to chat about a little bit later. So I don't know if you all are familiar with that. But this was a really fun matchup, which unfortunately we weren't streaming it on Title Match. But to let you all know, you guys were going to get it and we're going to put it on Mission Pro's YouTube. So you're going to get to see the full show. This was just live for the Oklahoma City fans. And there were some fans that drove all the way from Texas, which it is a pretty long drive. So you will be able to get to see it. We will let you know. But so that's going to be really exciting. Thunder Rosa made an appearance on the show, and she did, of course, when she gets a mic, it's an epic promo. So about women's wrestling and what we're doing here. And I can't wait for you all to see that. And your favorite, I know, Meka, you brought that up, but one of the other matches we had was Alejandro Lyon versus Victoria Mosh. And she definitely, so Victoria Mosh is a little bit newer to the game. Alejandro Lyon definitely got her little claws out, and definitely showed her what it means to wrestle for Mission Pro, because she's done it a few times, and she definitely showed how it's done. I know you saw some clips. There were some clips on social media, but oh my goodness, that one I felt bad for Victoria going into it. So these two matches I'm going to talk about real quick, and I'm sorry I don't have pictures, but Roche Chanel, who is one of my favorites, and versus Danny B, who is an Oklahoma City native.
Love Danny B.
She had the crowd. Danny B had that crowd ready to go, right? So there was these chants back and forth, Texas, Oklahoma. It got so wild. And I would say this match and the main event were probably match of the show, because I've never, Roche is half of our tag team.
Right.
That's right. So this was her singles, again, she does singles competition. So this was, Roche in there, still bringing a name for not only herself, but for our tag team champions. And this was so, I've never seen something like this before. And there was so many things that happened. So I can't wait for you guys to watch it when it goes live. What did you see the reaction online? You said you saw parts of it.
So the thing about Danny is she can already get a crowd going. She is a little feisty, spitfire. And as soon as she gets into the ring, I don't know if it's her excitement that everyone feels or whatever, but people start going crazy. And so when I heard it was in OKC, I was like, oh, she's going to have this crowd riled up. And I saw a clip, like you said, of the chanting, and I was like, whoa, they are lit.
It was right when the music hit. When the music hit, it was Roche has an uphill battle, right? Mm-hmm. They were in the ring. They were on the side of the ring. Once Roche started, I don't know if you've seen that clip, but Roche went and she always pulls stuff out of her purse, and she was just not having it. She was like, I'm on the road. I had to come to Oklahoma, and now she didn't care that Danny B was in, from Oklahoma City. She was like, I don't care. I'm taking you out. So I have to tell you, this main event, I'm so excited for you all to see, because if you all don't know, Leva Bates debuted at Mission Pro, and Leva Bates is an incredible wrestler, but she also does cosplay, and she does other incredible things outside wrestling. And she came out as Mama Bates from Psycho. Mm-hmm. And this wasn't just an epic entrance. This was so more than epic, right? I have no words.
When I saw the picture, I was like, okay.
It was so funny, and the audience, so I didn't know that Mama Bates was gonna go all the way around. So if you don't know, it's from Psycho. Mm-hmm. It's so funny, and she walked around, and like Holodead was like, why is she walking around? Like she walked so slow around, and then the audience was in it. And then I loved Holodead's reaction where she's laying on the apron like, oh my god, this is taking forever, and was like talking back. She even talked back to Thunder Rosa saying, why did you book this?
That's her
What
personality.
are you doing? It is such a good match, and it's of course Holodead retains. She is still our Mission Pro champion. But you have to see that. Yes, this was after. We were a little tired. This was after. But we had a small crew in OKC, but we had an amazing time. And the crowd was hot. The crowd from beginning to end, they were cheering Mission Pro. They were cheering, this is awesome. They were cheering, this is wrestling. And that is what we love to hear. And that's what we love to see. So yeah, that's the quick rundown. We'll share on our socials, and I'll share with you all when it's live on our YouTube. We're getting it all ready, but it was such a fun show to kind of get different fans, not just Texas fans, but Oklahoma fans liking Mission Pro.
Definitely. It looked like it was a great show. I was so excited for it. I can't wait till y'all post it so I can see it. I saw you with your MTV t-shirt and your pigtails on. I was like, look at Emily. She was ready. Had a pop culture ready, and we can probably, whenever it goes up, probably show some quick clips from it when the team gets it up and live on the tube. We won't be able to play the audio, but we'll be able to, to do the things
for sure.
Yes. So I guess off of Mission Pro, even though we love Thunder, we're gonna move right along to XPW. Listen. This show was called Beautiful Disaster for a reason. I was not aware of how XPW gets down until I saw how XPW gets down. And I was like, okay, we're going to add this to the list like GCW. We ain't never gonna go. It's a no for me. So we got some clips, we got some pictures that we'll show in a second, but this did happen Saturday, which so happened to be my dad's birthday. So I'm gonna slide that in. Happy belated birthday, Dad. Love you so much. He was doing ratchet things with his friends, so we're not gonna talk about it. But this show in particular had the women's title tournament. Their title was vacant, and so they ran a title tournament for this particular show. Now, there were some powerhouses that were in this tournament. We had Camille Brickhouse, we had Deanna Perrazzo, we had Lou Dark Shaitan, we had Lindsay Snow, we had Taya Valkyrie, we had Statlander, we had Sage Sin Supreme, and we had Chelsea Green. We had a number of the girlies. And the girlies showed up, okay? There were other things going on, but let's start with Chelsea Green because I just want to share this hilarious little clip of how they get down, okay? So here we go. Look at this here. Let's just look at Chelsea Green being Chelsea Green here. Let's turn the audio down here. But if y'all can see, the crowd wasn't liking Chelsea, and Chelsea was not caring. Okay, Chelsea was giving them what they wanted right back. Yes. So Nikki Bushi, our senior writer, did write an article for XPW and did live tweet it and cover it. So please go check it out. She did an amazing job. That's why she's the senior writer. We love her so much. Exactly, TK, that part. They were getting down. Okay, it was too much going on. So the tournament went round by round, which was great. Camille Brickhouse looked amazing during the tournament, but it was chaos. Okay, it just was. And for those that don't know, Statlander is formerly Persia from NXT. Persia Preda from NXT. So that's who that is, if y'all did not know. Yes, Nikki, Deanna, and Camille did kill it. Chelsea is the GOAT. And so I don't know why my rundown has the same match on there twice, but that's okay because I have it right here. So round one, we had Camille go over Deanna Prazo, and then we had Ludark Chatan go over Lindsay Snow. We had Sage Sin Supreme go over Chelsea, unfortunately, but Chelsea does what she does, so it's a great match. Then Taya went over Statlander, formerly Persia. And then we had the ladder match. So it was Taya versus Camille, Ludark, and Sage Sin Supreme. And in case anyone was wondering who the winner was, we have Taya Valkyrie as champ, 4-belt champ currently. This was after the match because it was very bloody. It was a whole bloody affair. But we now have Taya Valkyrie holding the MLW Featherweight, the Impact Knockouts, the XPW Women's Champion, and the AAA Reina Del Reigns Championship. Listen. You can say what you want about this woman. Taya is killing it right now. And anyone who says different is a hater, honestly. Because 4 titles, her and Vivian Van, with all these titles, like what's going on here? Did you guys get to catch any of the show? I know Nikki did. Nikki said Chelsea was robbed. Of course, we know you feel that way, girly. Okay, but did you guys get to catch any of the clips or get to see anything? I would show clips, but baby, some of this stuff is really just, it's cringe. There is one clip that I will show, but did you guys get to see any of it?
I did see some of the ladder match. And I'm trying to remember the tweet. I probably should go find it. I think somebody mentioned something as far as Taya being in like NXT and everything. And she was just like, that's past. And I'm on a new like path right now to like talk your shit, Taya. Like I love that she's like, in a better headspace. I love that she's absolutely killing it. And Viva Van is my girl. And so I love me some Viva Van. And so, yes, another woman holding 4 belts. I feel like somebody need to make it happen. Maybe get them versus each other and let it just all be something. I want to see that. But I thought it was a bit much. I'm impartial to a lot of bleeding in general, just because it's like, I mean, I get it, but I don't need to see it like a lot. like if it's really necessary, I guess, but it's too much. I automatically kind of tune myself out of that. But I did get to see the ladders match, and I thought that was pretty like solid. Again, I know Nikki said Chelsea was robbed. I'm gonna have to disagree. Taya did what she does, and she did win. But the ladies definitely killed it.
They definitely did.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it before, but I feel like Taya is on this like surge of like her renaissance, where she's like going back to her roots. She's going back to where she feels truly comfortable, where she can truly be herself and just really show the world like what people were missing out on. And I saw the clip where she called out certain other female wrestlers that we love, Thunder Rosa, and that the competition's gonna get maybe a little bit more wild. Maybe there's we're gonna have more international competition and people traveling all over the world to kind of have something like that happen. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But
right.
I think she's finally like she feels empowered to like call out the best of the best, and like she is in that top tier echelon of talent, and now she's like, hey, I can wrestle you and you and you and you and you, and I'm doing it and I'm gonna do it. And I think that's really like empowering to see, and we need to see more of that. And she's gonna continue to collect those belts.
Belt collector. That's what she's calling herself. Nikki is talking shit in the comments. She is going to run through thunder like she's been running through these promotions. Goodness gracious. It is getting spicy in here.
Goodness. All right. Okay.
Speaking of running through, I found the little clip. We'll play a little clip of a little portion of the match. Can't play much because, but we're going to play just a small little clip here. Here we go. Clearing it out. And we're gonna boom. So it got a little crazy. We're all in the crowd, knocking
What was
chairs.
happening there? I was trying to see. It was small.
She had set up the nice young lady on the chair and was gonna dive into her, I guess, and the lady moved and she just toppled into the chairs. But this apparently is not foreign for XPW. They like a lot of the violence and the grit. I was scrolling the Twitter looking at other videos and I was like, okay, this is wild. So shout out to her. I'm just going to show the picture again because she earned this. This woman looks great with these titles.
Oh,
yeah. She
got ran over by a train.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah. But I'm going to show her all the love. The belt collector is here. She is holding these titles with pride. She's doing it. Now, Tasha Steelz did say her belt is coming back to her on Saturday. But we'll see. We're going to see if that happens. Because I don't think Taya is really for that right now. But that was XPW's Beautiful Disaster. And like I said, it was definitely both of those things, I suppose. Beautiful and a disaster from the look of it.
It reminds me of that Kelly Clarkson song.
Yes, it does. It does. So now House of Glory also did have their Judas show on Saturday. And we did get a really good match from these two here. Masha and Natalia Markova. Now, of course, Natalia did retain her women's title and defeat Masha at that show. It was a really great match. And then I'm going to mention this one, even though it wasn't a strictly women's match, but we did have a woman win a belt, and we love that. We had Billy Starks defeating the incumbent hybrid title champion Adonis Valero, as well as Dylan McKay, Reed Walker, and Steve Sanders to now become the H2O hybrid champion. So shout out to Billy. Young girl coming up doing big things, and we love that for her. Now, Katrina, I know you do like House of Glory. Did you get to catch it at all?
Oh yeah, I was actually there for that. So
well, take it away, friend. You know how I feel.
Yeah, it was super last minute. I went super last minute. And I was kind of sad that they only had one women's match. But I honestly didn't think, like I was saying to people I was with, I was like, I don't see Natalia losing this as great as Masha is. I feel like they got her on a kind of a tangent of making sure she just beat all these amazing opponents. And so especially how she won the title during the tournament they had, and she went through some amazing points. Instead, I'm like, you can't have her lose, when she's beaten such great, competitors and stuff. And so I felt it was probably one of the matches of the night, honestly, considering how the card was. The main event was pretty good, but I felt like this was definitely a match of the night for HOG. They killed it. The Taya came out talking real spicy, and I was like, oh, you never really say much before matches. You just kind of fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. She started like you said, you're the baddest, so prove it to me. And then I was like, oh, all right, like getting spicy on a Saturday. I was with it. But they both of the women delivered. Masha's Masha, and you expect her to be very dominant. And at points, it was like real close. So it was like, okay, I still in my heart, I knew they wasn't going to change it, but there was moments where it was like a 2.9. real close to be like I thought it was going to be like a 3. But definitely match of the night. I thought both women absolutely delivered, and I'm actually excited to see what we're going to get for their show in August. I believe they're taking July off, and so this show in August, I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing since there's a venue change apparently, and it's on a Sunday, so not sure where we're going with this, but I plan to be there, so hopefully, I can't wait to see who her next opponent is.
I love that. I love that so much. So shout out to House of Glory, because Nikki doesn't like when we say hog wrestling. She thinks that's weird, even though that's what it is. House of Glory.
That's what we call it.
That's what we call it. It's hog, but
that's what New Yorkers call it.
All good. We'll call it House of Glory, so Nikki's not uncomfortable in the comments. But moving on just a little bit. We did have Defy Wrestling also happen. Young Destroyers. And there was only one women's match on that card. Surprise, surprise. But it was the gorgeous Vivian Van, like we just talked about, versus Danica. And we did see Vivian Van defeat Danica here this Saturday. And this was a Seattle street fight. It was a pretty good match. I got to see some clips of it. I enjoy Vivian. I think Vivian's amazing. She's such a hard worker in and out of the ring. Her spirit is like crazy. You're still going to school and wrestling and doing all of the things at the same time. Anyone to me is the GOAT if you show up at your graduation with all of your belts and you take a picture in your cap and gown with all 5 of your belts on. Listen, you the GOAT. I have no complaint. I love the picture. I'll see if I can find it while we're talking. The picture was absolutely amazing. Listen, I have nothing but good things to say. Did either one of you guys have anything to say about this particular match?
I mean, I wasn't able to see it, but like, I love street fights. I think they're really it's a really way to be innovative. And Viva Van, I've known for a really long time. I've seen her grow a lot, and not only her brand and her look, but like what she brings to a wrestling ring. And so I feel like especially this year, she's grown so much and has done even more of these types of matches that bring you out of your normal element. And I think that's important to do for any wrestler. And especially for women in the ring, I feel like you have to continue to keep pushing the bar and elevating it. And I feel like street fights and matches and things like that you have to get creative and kind of push the boundaries a little bit are really important. So I think it's good to see things like this when they're done well. Yeah.
I agree.
I got to see some clips of it. I know I saw her posting it on her social media about the match, so I was interested because I think Danica is pretty good as well. But everybody knows I love me some Viva Van. She's so sweet, and I love that she works so hard. And I know exactly what picture you're talking about because I
got it. I just
hyped it up. So I was like, "Girl, look at you!" Just stunting on everybody with the belts and your cap and gown, and be able to do that and wrestle and worry about your family and everything. And I think that's all for as a person who's always doing 50 million things. Totally, I'm always doing something multitasking, and so I'm listen, I totally get how it seems like you're always on the go, always doing something, because that's sometimes what it is. And that's, you got to kind of roll with it. And so I love her. I'm glad she retained. I can't wait to see, I wish she could add some more belts, or if this is going to, I just feel like I love her. I probably can't gush about her enough, but she's amazing. And from what I got to see of the clips, it was a really, really good match. So I want to see the whole match of it, but I'm glad she's doing. I know she was in a couple of in a very short span. She was in 3 different countries, I believe. So I think she was in Canada, and then she was in Canada as well. And so she is also grinding. Gotta respect the hustle.
Exactly. So I found 2 pictures. I'm gonna share them because We're gonna do a Viva Van Stan account here. This is the first one. Y'all look at this. Look at this. What can you say?
She's a doctorate. She's a doctorate of wrestling right here.
I mean, come on. But it's this one for me. With the fam and the cap that says Hellbent Forever. And it's just, she is, like we said, in and out of the ring, just such a hardworking and beautiful young woman. We cannot wait to see what's coming up next with her. Of course, hey, Danica, we love you as well. You are not thrown to the side here. We just had a quick second to be able to gush about Viva real quick. But, you know, it's all good. Exactly, TK. Viva's everything. Exactly. I cannot wait till she comes to Texas so I can meet her, give her a little post-COVID side hug, and just, you know, tell her how amazing she is and how much we love her. So yeah, that was Defy. Now, I will say, if you do get the opportunity to go back and watch Defy, there were some really great matches on that card. I know this is women's wrestling talk, but if you get the chance to go back and watch Daniel Garcia and Trey Miguel, stellar freaking match.
Did Nikki freak out?
Nikki did freak out. Nikki was loving it.
Are you breathing? Are you okay?
I think she is breathing. She was very excited. It was a great match. Trey did wonderful. So if you get a chance to check it out, the Defy shows are usually pretty good, well-rounded shows. Check it out. But that match in particular, Daniel Garcia has been doing his thing on AEW. We are very proud of Daniel coming up. Young guy. And of course, Trey Miguel is just who he is. So we love Trey here. So, well, Nikki loves Trey here. We can't love Trey more than Nikki does. We don't want no beef. But yes, go back and catch that one as well. Now, moving on from Defy, we did get Capital Championship Wrestling as well. We had Breaking Point happen. And there were, so the Capital Championship Wrestling, I think we talked about last time, is an all-women's promotion. I'm sorry, wait. Nikki said, I'm fine, just spoke to him. So Nikki's good. Thanks for checking in, Nikki. We appreciate it.
We gotta have all our hosts alive. You know?
We do. We need everybody. But this was an interesting. They had a Capital Cup They're having a tournament currently. So they did have. Well, let's show this first because I forgot I have this cute little picture here. The girlies are here. Now. I know the Renegade Twins are in the middle of this poster. I wonder if they were supposed to be there and they weren't, or what happened. We can get into that once we find the details out. But they did have a Capital Cup semi-final match with Becca and Riley Shepard going over the Good Sisters, who are Lizzie Blair and Peyton Blair. We had the CCW Network title match where we had Vita Von Star going over Kayla Sparks. And that was a title change because Kayla Sparks was the sitting champion. We had the Capital Cup final match where we had Becca and Riley Shepard go over again and defeat the team of Dangerous But Fun, which is Gabby Gilbert and Valentina Vasquez. And then we had the CCW title match, Kylan King versus Christina Marie, and Kai Lynn, who we love here, retained. So it sounded like a really good, well-rounded show to me. Kind of hard to find clips, but I found a few things here and there. But I know that we are fans of Kylan here. And I've heard some really good things about both Kayla Sparks and Becca and Riley Shepard. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to go back and try to find some more of these matches and see if I can get them to show somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, usually they air it on Title Match after, right? Because it just was this weekend, right?
Yeah. It was just Saturday.
It was live, and I think there was some clips online, but I think most of these matches will air probably this week or the week after.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move right on forward. Shout out to Capital Championship Wrestling. We love you here. Always going to support. Now, we did have Women's Wrestling Revolution do their Aces High promotion. Now, this card was very interesting to me. Here's the cute little graphic for it.
Willow's on there.
Mm-hmm. Trisha Dora's on there. Jamie. I'm sorry. Chris Statlander is on there.
Sorry, you get to see my big eyeball because I can't see that.
Alicia Edwards, Jordan Blaine, and somebody that we did press conference for and interviewed. Davine was on there as well, and so it was a very interesting card. We started out with Willow Nightingale going against Little Mean Kathleen, and Willow got the win there. I can't gush about Willow Nightingale enough. I love her. I got to meet her one day. I don't know how. I don't know when. I'm going to meet her. And then we had Paris Van Dale versus, am I saying that right, Dabney? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But Dabney did go over. We also had Jordan Blade, who, happy Pride, got to write an article about her. She's very amazing. Go over Alicia Edwards. And then we had this match was the one for me that was so interesting. Chelsea Green just adding
oh my God, you guys.
Stop. Is someone on the internet being nice to me? Yes, Chelsea, we love you. We love you here. The people don't have to love you. We love you, okay? Girl, you are my Hot Mess Express. Anytime I get the chance to talk to you, I'm going to do it. We love you here. Keep throwing middle fingers. Keep pissing these people off. We freaking love it. But this Chris Statlander versus Trisha Dora match. Now, that one was the one. Chris Statlander did get the win, but it was honestly, from the clips that I could see, really, really great. Not that I expected anything different. Chris Statlander is amazing in the ring. And of course, Trish, what do we say about Trish? So to see those two going head to head, I was like, oh, I can't wait till I can watch the whole match because I know it was amazing. So I don't know if you guys got to catch any of it or either see it on online, but it was some pretty big names on that card.
I did see clips of the Chris Statlander and Trish, and I love Trish, as people, every time Trish gets mentioned, I gotta be like, oh, I love her, she's my girl. But it was a good match. Chris Statlander is also like a phenomenal wrestler, and so they brought it. From what I was able to see, they brought it. And Willow, I love me some Willow as well, because she's just so like I was just telling somebody, like, it's like, even when I had to do like an backstage interview with her and she was clearly the heel, she said it so nice that I was just like, well, if I'm supposed to dislike you, I really don't. Like, you're saying it's so, like, you're being rude, but in such a nice way that it's like, oh, okay, you're right. Like, you got it. Like, and so she's just so cool. I love her. And so I definitely want to catch the rest because I do love me some Willow. And, Alicia Edwards, I actually like a lot as well. So I definitely want to watch the whole event and just not clips because, gotta support the ladies and the girlies doing the thing. And it seemed like a lot of them was, especially this weekend, they were really like working this weekend.
They were. The girlies were showing out this weekend and we love it. Did I jump in front of you, Emily? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We got our fearless leader, the Canadian destroyer over here, TK, saying haha at Chelsea.
I was laughing.
Oh, that was you. Yes, at Chelsea. I just retweeted it because I think TK posted the clip on Twitter. So I went and looked at it real quick.
Oh, I didn't see it. I was trying to find it.
Oh, let me see. I just retweeted it. Let me see.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious, actually. And then Ella jumps in there. She's like, yeah, we love you. We all love you here at Women's Wrestling Talk. Oh, that is so funny.
Oh, that is funny. Now I see it. It was under our thing.
And now her and Nikki are going back and forth under the tweets.
Oh, no.
Talking about here she go. Chelsea said, Get back in here and love me. Nikki's running to her now.
We need more love. We need. Come on, Chelsea, hop on the chat.
Not Santana coming in. I don't know who we is, but I do not love that woman. Cute gear. You know what?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go and Santana on that one.
Oh my god,
No,
y'all!
You're right. Let's not get carried away. But
dang,
I can't. Y'all are showing out, and let me tell you something.
I love how we all have our opinions.
Chelsea, we appreciate you. Even if they don't love you, they appreciate you because you provide something that some of the girlies can't. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that.
And
keep being Hot Mess Express. Listen, these notifications.
She got her first headshots too.
These notifications are freaking hilarious. Okay.
Got her first headshots. Did you all see that?
Yes. Yes.
Her first official headshots. I remember my first official headshots. It's scary.
Yeah, I don't ever want to take any.
I just have them look good, you know.
I just want to stay where I'm at. Oh, that's my friend. Hi, friend. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so listen, Chelsea causing trouble on Twitter over there on a Tuesday. All right. We are going to move on to Warrior. Now, this is the thing. We cannot talk about the matches that happened at Warrior Wrestling because they were in conjunction with Women's Wrestling Army, and the show has not aired yet. It will air tomorrow. And so I will, at the end, just like NWA airs tonight, we will go over the card for NWA, and we will talk about the matches that will happen at Warrior / Women's Wrestling Army tomorrow. We don't want to spoil anything. We accidentally have done that in the past, and we are grateful that nobody killed us for it. We are trying to be mindful about when these events are airing, and Maria Kanellis is very particular about not spilling her tea before she's ready to pour it. So we will not be talking about the winners and losers of the matches, but we will be talking about what matches are going to happen. So we will get to that. I promise, guys. Don't leave us. We're carrying on here. Now, I haven't heard of USA Pro Wrestling before, but they had an event called USA Pro Wrestling War, and there was one women's match with someone that we have interviewed on this channel before. I particularly love her. I've been in spaces with her before. She's kind of in the circle of the indie women that I know, if that makes sense. And so I know her that way. But we had Renee, Michelle, go over Paola Mayfield and Ruthie J in a 3-way elimination match for the title. And Renee is now the USA Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. So shout out to that girl. She's so, first of all, gorgeous. If you never got a chance to see the girl, Renee is absolutely beautiful. But she is just as dangerous in the ring as she is pretty. So don't get it twisted. The girl can wrestle. She's fought her way through this elimination match, and she is now the champion. I'm going to hop on Twitter real quick and see if she posted anything with the belt, because I know it just happened.
I think she did on her Instagram, but I might be wrong on that one.
She may have.
I feel like she did on her Instagram. Let me see.
Listen, whenever she posts anything, the guys act like they can't function. It's always hilarious to me. She posted something and the guys were like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, y'all, breathe. It's okay.
It's for the Shine Nova champion, right?
No, this is a whole different promo. This is
so sis, okay, because she just
she's trying to belt collect too.
I didn't even realize it was 2 different because she just won one like 2 days ago. Okay,
she did just won one 2 days ago. Like this is crazy. The girlies are trying to belt collect. I don't know. Kenny Omega, he said he was a belt collector. The girlies are coming for you, Kenny. They're coming for you. You're not giving what it had supposed to be gave. You got injured, and the girlie said, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna hold you down." Taya, Viva, And there are so many indie women right now that are holding more than one title. It's crazy. Even the guys, man. Because I know Fly Def, I know it's not a men's wrestling show, but I think Fly Def is currently holding 4 different tag team titles. Like the belt collectors are coming. Okay. So if
coming, I mean, I guess, but it's not about
Matt Cardona would like a word, but we can't be nice to the husband and the wife in the same show. No, we can't do that.
It's not about, but it's not about him today.
Why not?
It's about all the women just shining and thriving and being amazing. So Matt will be okay for this one time not being praised. He's fine.
Especially how we done caused discourse all on Twitter with Chelsea. I mean, you got the staff tweeting the damn girl telling the shit they don't really like her. I don't know what's going on here. Y'all are wild. Okay, I need everybody to chill. Okay,
I'm trying to keep it together here. Keep the train on the tracks.
The train is off the tracks. It is off. Emily, it's off. Okay. Matter of fact, an Amtrak. This is not a joke, but an Amtrak train did hit a dump truck last night and go off the tracks. We were on that train. Okay, train is derailed.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Yes, it did.
You
It
were
happened
on that
last night.
train?
Huh?
You were on that train?
No, not really. I'm saying the show was on the train. They got derailed. We were on the train.
You were on the train. I'm like, why are you here right now?
Oh, girl, if I was there, listen. Okay, like all Canadians. Okay.
I love you, TK. I truly love you. I do. You're my girl. However, we're gonna have to agree to disagree here because I do not like all Canadians.
Oh, Canada. I don't.
That's a discussion for another time.
Another time.
TK's gonna turn off the thing if we say anything.
Anything else, we're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so we're just gonna move on to first time ever. FTE OKC. They had a tag team match, and guess who was in it? Can you guess, Emily? Can you guess who was in it? We were in OKC.
Oh, in OKC? Phoebe.
Mm-hmm. Danny B.
And
Phoebe. So we had Danny B and Miranda Gordy going over Phoebe and Skylar Slice. Cute match.
A lot of Oklahomians in that one.
Yeah, it was. I think they are an OKC promo, like a promotion. Yeah, first time ever OKC is what they called it. So I don't know if this is just like a one-off or whatever it was. Thank you, Fearless Leader. I'm trying. Listen, we're not trying to get cut off. This is our first time on Tuesday, and we already getting spicy. Y'all are tripping.
Tuesday
okay,
are spicy.
Nikki said, "I love the Canada." The Canada.
I want to say, where is Santana when you need her? Okay,
not TK trying to start a war.
Santana was not with the shenanigans about Canada. So where's
listen,
Santana?
I'm gonna borrow this from my own show. Okay. Y'all don't know how to chill. Okay. The spicy is fluctuating and y'all are trying. Listen, I'm not going to bat for y'all over the Canadian city. Listen, I'm just gonna say that.
Stay out of it.
Nikki says she loved Canada, and we're gonna leave it at that. Okay, the Canada. Shout out to the Canada. We love y'all. Our northern neighbors up there, the Canada. Stay warm. I don't know if it's cold there yet. I don't know what's going on up there. But we did. We had Danny B and Miranda Gordy go over Phoebe and Skylar Slice. So hopefully we can get some clips of that match. I know it was good. Miranda Gordy is great. Danny B is amazing, and of course Phoebe, adorable. I know Emily wanted to come back around to Phoebe when we got her back around to Phoebe. So here she is. Please, y'all, stay out of the comments about Canada. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think those are all like, I feel like there's not a lot of wrestling in Oklahoma. So it's interesting that there's some more promotions popping up. But Danny B, she's been all over. She's a staple. Phoebe is, is up and coming as well. Has had some incredible matchups at Mission Pro as well. And then at these new promotions. So yeah, I'm Danny B's gonna maybe take over OKC, maybe some more Texas territories, and kind of expand a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
She always brings it to the ring.
She does. And we do have, I don't know what happened to the video. I know I have it. I have a shout out for us from her, but it was like a while ago. Danny is so sweet. She's so tiny.
Mm-hmm. She's
When I first saw her,
very
I was
small.
like-
Yeah.
I was like, girl. And then it didn't help that she was standing next to Alejandra, and they're both tiny. And I was just like, this is too cute.
Well, what's amazing is like, she's very short, very petite, but then when she goes out into the ring, like her energy's off the charts, and like she follows through on all of her moves with such energy that it's just really awesome to watch because she's so small, and so I feel like she's like underestimated what energy and what she can bring, and I like when she surprises people.
I agree. And so like we said, we were gonna have to double back because we can't talk about Warrior right across the street from Forbidden Door taping the same day. We can't talk about the results, but we can talk about the card. But also, okay, so it's gonna be kind of small, but I'll run through it with y'all. So we're not worried about the men here. We're not worried about the men, okay? So we did have Holly Dead and Janae Kai. We had Heather Reckless and Miranda Alizé, and Deanna Perrazzo versus Ashley Vox. So those are our women matches that will be happening on Warrior conjunction with Women's Wrestling Army. That show will stream tomorrow exclusively on I think it's Brand Army. They have their own network. I know their subscription is, I think, $7.99 to stream, and you get like exclusive videos, interviews, stuff like that. So if you are able to support Maria, who supports Women's Wrestling Talk and is doing great and wonderful things, her and Thunder are doing great and wonderful things for women's wrestling right now. Please, now listen. Don't watch them in spite of me and Al tomorrow on the Dynamite Dolls. Now, we got y'all. Watch us different times, okay? Different times. But
I'm excited to see the Holly Dead versus Janae Kai.
Yeah.
Because Janae Kai, the kick demon, does these kicks I've seen freaking fly people across the room and like leave giant welts on people.
Yes.
So, and and Holly Dead brings her dark wisdom to the ring as well.
Right.
So I'm really, when I saw that match card drop, I was like, I really wish I could be over there, but I can't. I was like, I want to run over and I want to see this match. But yeah, I'll definitely have to watch it when it premieres.
Definitely. Same. I know a quick short story about Janai. Back in February, there was a For the Culture show that happened out here in Dallas. And it was a all-black card, male and female. It was really great show. But the venue was like an old airport hangar, like a plane hangar, and it had no heat. So they had these like heat lamps set up like we're on the patio at Kona Grill, and they were doing nothing. Okay, the wrestlers were huddling under the heat lamps, and Janai had to go out there barefoot and freezing and still wrestle. And I think she wrestled Trish that night. And I got to talk to her a couple of weeks later, and she was like, I was so cold I could not feel my feet. And I was like, but you were kicking this girl in the back of her head like it was nothing. And she was like, well, I still know how to land my kicks. I might not be able to feel them. And I was like, girl, you're crazy. Okay, you're psycho. We could see our breath on the inside. That's how cold it was in there, y'all. Like, when we left, I was so frozen. I just sat in the car like with the heat on. It was that cold. So I know the wrestlers were like struggling to stay warm. And she was still, it was like one of those cartoons where you feel like she kicks her hard enough, her leg's gonna like shatter, like a freezing shatter.
Oh, yeah.
So cold. Yeah. I was like, she was like, girl, I don't ever want to do that again. And I was like, girl, because you the real MVP. Because I was in there with a hoodie on like this, trying to stay warm.
The way I would have been like,
it's so hard. Like it's hard to like have any, like there's venues that like don't have air conditioning, and that's really hard, and or it's like super freezing and you have to stay warm. Your muscles can't get stiff, your muscles have to stay like flexible, and so it's really important. Like people don't realize that there's like like there's safety involved,
Yeah, I
so,
was
like,
fussing the whole time.
like you have to not have your hamstrings tight, right? If you're freezing and you can't warm up, I mean, that's why you have to like wear all those leg warmers and wear all the, hoodies and gloves and just go out there right as soon as you can. Take it all off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were the main event. So they had to wait the entire time in the cold.
How cold was it?
Okay, so February in Texas usually gets really cold. It either iced right before or right after that.
That's
but
true.
we could see our breath. Like on the inside, we could see our breath. Like I'm anemic, so I know that I was freezing, but the people were drinking just to be warm. Like there were people with blankets, people were going back and forth to their car. Like we may as well have been sitting outside. It was that cold. And so they had one heater that they tried to cut on, and it like shorted out and sparked and like almost had a fire. And we were like, okay, no, leave that one alone.
Okay.
Don't touch it no more. I don't know how the baby still stayed warm, but they did it. Girl, I don't know. I said I'm never doing that again. I was so miserable. So I know that they were miserable because I had a lot of clothes on. So I know that they were miserable because they did not have as many layers on as I had on. So shout out to them. But once we can get I think TK is working on getting that subscription for us for Women's Wrestling Army so that we can watch it. And then hopefully next week we can bring y'all some clips because, of course, that's going to be a titan of a match. Maybe the three of us can find some time to watch it together and give y'all a little synopsis of what happened since we can only show short clips. But also coming up, guys, we do want to acknowledge tonight, NWA Empower tonight. Now, there's only one women's match on the card, and that's that tag match there that you can, I know it's small, guys. Just work with us here, okay? We're doing new things here. Okay? So we do have that tag team match, and it's going to be Genocide and Missa Kate versus our girl Chelsea and Max the Impaler. I am excited. I am living to see Chelsea and Max on the same team right now. That to me, I'm like, the Hot Mess and the Impaler on the same team? How's that gonna work? I want to see it. Nikki said it was good from the spoilers that she saw. Oh, for Warrior and Women's Wrestling Army. Chelsea Green and Max. Exactly, Nikki. That is what I'm looking forward to. They're either going to be really great or a train wreck. And I'm not sure which one it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I like Missa Kate as well, and I love me some Max. I
love Genocide. Like Genocide has been, it is a staple at Mission, but also like I've seen her like just grow all over. I know she's been at NWA for a while now, and yeah, I'm interested to see these pairings and what they do with it. I know I did see some little clips and some teasers as well, some pictures and things like that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see.
Yep, we definitely will. I am excited. These are going to be two really good nights for indie wrestling. Also, tonight is NXT. So if you can catch that, watch that. We'll give you the show rundown real quick because our channel, we got the shows. Okay, Women's Wrestling Talk brings the shows to you. We do what we can all the time. Monday nights, of course, we have the Salt Shakers giving you your Raw post show. Last night they did do their Money in the Bank predictions, so if you didn't miss that, go back and watch it. Tuesdays you have us now here bringing you the indie heat. Wednesdays, you have your Dynamite Dolls, myself and Al giving you the rundown for AEW Dynamite. Thursday is our stacked day. Stack day. We have my beautiful Katrina along with Stephanie doing your NXT and NXT UK rundown. We have the Salt Shakers back at it again, doing the Impact recap. We also have, the Miz and Mrs. recap. Exactly. We had that as well with the Salt Shakers, because who else would it be? And then this week, Creep Squad is coming back to y'all. We are coming back. Faye Jackson going to be live from Jamaica. It's going to be a thing. We have 2 people coming on this week. We got 2 women. Nikki, I'll tell you who it'll be. Yes, the Salt Shakers tonight. Miz and Mrs. recap is tonight. Do not miss that. Friday, we have our EIC, Santana and Stephanie, giving you the SmackDown and Rampage recap. That will be the go home show for Money in the Bank. Saturday, I think there will be a post show for Impact. It may not be a post show for Impact. I might be lying. I'm not sure. Yeah. And then Sunday, Money in the Bank. There will be an after show for Money in the Bank. I'm sure y'all can guess who it'll be. It'll be the most dominating tag team. And it might be some other people that might jump in. I'll see how I feel. But yes. Okay, so there will be a post show for Against All Odds. Bet. We got a lot of shows for y'all this week. We got some new shows coming down the pipeline. I'm really excited about that WWE Talk live show. That's going to be some cool stuff going on. So if you haven't seen the promo we dropped for it, check out our Twitter. It is on there. Check out our articles. The dropping articles left and right, of course. Check out the website. Check out the Instagram. Check out all the things. If you missed the interaction with Chelsea, it's on our Twitter. Go get it. Go look at it. Go comment. Go. She's interacting right now. You might get a mention from the Hot Mess. You might get one. Go try it out. My ladies, what do you guys have going on? You want to tell the people?
It's pretty quiet. It's been pretty quiet, which I felt like after the last couple of weeks has been really insane and hectic and everything. And yeah. And now that my kids are out of school, it's like, oh, mom. It's like more, mom time. But it's been pretty quiet. The next day I know for definite is in August. I will be in Brooklyn ring announcing for Black Girl Magic, which will be part of Jobbers Slam, their weekend. And so I'm like super excited about that. Nervous because I've never done ring announcing, but excited nonetheless. Excited nonetheless. It's going to be an amazing card. I believe there was a talent announcement earlier today on the social media. I think Brooke Valentine will also be joining the other announcees off of Black Girl Magic. And so that's the definite that I can tell you I will definitely be there. Things can change. In like 2 weeks or so, I could all of a sudden be doing stuff. But as of right now, it's just August for now.
Oh my goodness. I'm recovering from this weekend for sure. And I don't know. Our next Mission Pro show is in August 20th in San Antonio, and then we're working towards an anniversary show, September 17th. So that's a while from now, but it's going to be here before we know it. So definitely. I'll update you all and everyone about that, because that's going to be really exciting and a big celebration. And I'll just follow me on socials and you'll hear everything that's going on.
That's the one. Follow us on the socials. All of our socials are here. Thank you guys for joining us for the first night on Tuesday. I think we're going to stay on Tuesday. Y'all are a little spicy. I don't know what's going on, but
no, it's been a long day. We're kind of a little snarky,
I like it though. I like it. It was a great show. Of course, I love doing the show with you guys. We'll be back with y'all next Tuesday. If you guys have anything that you want us to cover, feel free to inbox me, Meek the Mage. If you want to inbox Kat or Emily, they're a little more busy than I am, but inbox one of us. Let us know if you want us to cover something. We'll definitely get it in the outline. We'll get it on the show for y'all. We just thank y'all for the support, man. And you know why? Because we have worked very hard to be the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And if you let us, we're going to keep proving it to you and proving it to you and proving it to you. Until then, We will see you guys tonight with the Salt Shakers for the Ms. and Mrs. Recap Show. And we will hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, a great Wednesday. Watch these indie shows, support your indie wrestlers, buy your merch, buy your tickets, buy your streams. Indies all day long. We love them and we love y'all. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.